comfortable? You want some water? Oh, well, you got water. I forgot. Hey everybody, welcome to Galleria. We are in the place to be. We got Call Money Moss up in the spot.
You already know what time it is, man. Double M, stand up.
That's what's up. You came with the energy. Like, let me just say that. Like, I'm like, okay. I knew what I was doing with this one. You came with some good energy. Let's talk about all the things that you brought with you. Let's start with the water, though.
All right, number one, hydration. You gotta stay hydrated. I know a lot of people go ahead, go about their day and just, don't even worry about the key essentials to life, you know what I mean? So I make sure I drink a gallon of water every day.
Okay, that's great. And, your skin glowing and stuff, so it's showing, it's working.
Yeah, thank you.
I do try to drink a lot of water. I don't know if I'm, necessarily getting to a gallon, but I do have bottles that I, one in my car, one in my job, one in my house that I keep refilled and always drink.
It's definitely good for you. I don't know if you good with your diet or whatever, but if you ever trying to lose some weight or you trying to change your appetite, and stuff like that, water definitely helps.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
For sure.
And now let's talk about this here.
Well, right here is the belt, the money belt, double M type. You see, I'm pretty sure that's one of the first things that you noticed, right?
Yes, I noticed that on your page. So when you brought it, I was excited that we get to talk about that.
So it's good that I got your attention. Now that I got your attention, I can say what I want to say.
Okay.
And that's all it is.
Oh, that's what it's about.
That's all it is. It's your eyes.
It's an attention grabber.
It definitely is. It's shiny enough to get you looking. Now I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say.
I like that. How did you come up with your name?
Money Moss. My nephew, growing up, he always been an influence on me as far as with the music. He gave me that nickname, and it kind of grew on me. And then, as it grew on me, I kind of see that name as growth.
Yeah.
Money Moss. We think of money, we want it to grow.
Yeah.
Moss, I think of life.
I think of that too. Greenery, plants, balance, all of those.
Exactly.
All of that. I like that. And I love how you use your naming convention for everything when you type in your songs. Is that something you came up with too?
Yes.
That's cool. How long have you been doing music? Because it seems like you've been doing this for a few years.
I've been doing this for some time, honestly. I took a break for a little bit, then I stepped back in it to get more serious. So I say more around 5 years to get more serious. But maybe 10 years. I started when I was a youngin', doing little rap videos on YouTube and stuff like that. With my little voice, my nephew, you know what I mean? So it's been going on for some time. So you can always see it was I was destined for this,
Yeah, that's lit. Who are some artists that inspired you back then? And you can say some that inspire you now.
Oh, man, listen. Check this out, y'all. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Soulja Boy was definitely my number one influence back in the day.
Really?
Yes.
What was it about him?
Just that he was young. I think that was the main thing. Seeing that a young person can come up from nothing, doing the dance.
Literally.
Come on now. We was doing the Superman, the Batman, the
he was doing it all.
Catwoman, you know what I'm saying? All that. So he definitely I think it kind of motivated me to get into something.
Yeah. I love that answer. I feel like I love recently when he started getting his flowers and voicing he was the first of everything. Everybody was hating on him, but I loved that for him. I'm like, yo, he's right. He's not lying.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
And it
he
just
got receipts.
Yes. When you're not doing music, what else are you into?
Fitness.
Okay.
Like I said, number one thing is health. So I try to maintain on my fitness, stay in good health.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. Have you always been like that, just super active? Or?
Yes. As a kid, as a toddler, I did martial arts.
Oh, wow.
So that was one of my things. Then from there, I did football, track, and then high school sports, stuff like that.
Got it. So you have the single "Slip and Slide."
Mm-hmm.
That's like, to me, that's like your banger. But when I first listened to it, I was like, this is a totally different sound, especially coming from out of here. Like, I was like, I need to get into this. Where did the inspiration come from? How did you find the artist that you were collabing with on that song?
Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, actually my boys. My boy Freshman Jeff and Goth Boy Star. They both got different sounds, you know what I mean?
But it was cool to hear it all. Like, they all different. All three all different. Mm-hmm.
It was just kind of like in the studio type thing. It was like, you know, let's do this song right quick. He got the beat. We jumped on it. And was just like, all right, let's do something. But we had it in the vault for a minute.
Okay.
We got some stuff in the vault. We're gonna keep driving.
Do you write?
Yes. From time to time.
Okay, so you just like do a mix of it. And what's your vibe in the studio? Is it like chill? Is it like lit? Like you invite everybody? Is it just you? Like, when
I'm in the studio, it's time to work. You know what I mean? So whenever the engineer is working, I'm trying to learn. You know what I mean? So I might do my own work, you know, and try to test something out. But even still, I'm taking my time. It's not time to joke around. It's time to let's do this, get it done so we can keep playing with it, you know, try something different. But if I'm paying for some studio time, it's time to work. It's time to work. None of that jokey, none of that talky. You know what I mean? Time is money at that point.
Absolutely. What was it that made you, or like was that switch for you to say, I'm about to take music seriously? And because I feel like just looking, again, from your social media, I really could see the transition. Like, I was like, oh yeah, he's not playing.
Honestly, I don't know. It was just like, I had people telling me, like, my boy Goth Boy Star, he was in my head like, it's time to get active. Because I wasn't as active. I was busy, you know what I mean? I wasn't as serious as I was.
Right, I feel that.
Now that I see that you really gotta get into it, you know, making content, stay on it, being consistent, or it's just gonna be a complete, like a recycle. It's gonna stay in the same cycle, stop, start, stop, start.
I also feel like, in speaking to your content, like you mentioned, you are very brave, and like you already exude like star energy. Like, where does that come from?
I just been photogenic since a kid.
Like, you give celebrity already. Like, I'm like, what? This is crazy.
It's just in me. You know what I mean? It's just in me. And if you don't bring it out, you got that potential, it's time to bring it out. If you got it, show it. If you got it, give it. You know what I mean?
Right. Wow, that's crazy. So, do you listen to your own music all the time?
I do.
Wow. Who do you listen to? Like, are you listening to any other artists in particular right now? Like, hop in your car, first thing you turning on is?
It might be some Moneybagg.
Okay.
You know, it might be 21. You know, I might switch it up. I might listen to some Tim's. I might switch it up and go Kid Cudi or something like that. I'm an artist, so I love music for the art of it. So I don't base myself based on one genre. I love the music, the whole aspect of it. I
love that. Talk about your the song "Foolish Freestyle."
Oh, "Foolish Freestyle." I actually wrote that. I wrote that when I was in military school.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then I dropped that, and I was able to do a video with my boy 2L Visuals.
Okay.
We did something downtown out Petty Hill.
Talk about military school. How long were you there, and what was that experience like? Do you feel like it influenced your music?
It definitely. I think it did. I think it did. I like to use allegories and stuff like that. Okay. So you know what I mean. There's certain stuff you can say and certain stuff that you can't say, and certain stuff that can be used against you. So, it definitely influenced me. I think in my sound itself, it changed by the way I talk. You know, the way I say things and enunciate words and stuff like that.
Right. Talk about a time, while like you being creative, or just over the span of the years that you doing music, where you may have hit a low, but you were able to bounce back from it.
Could you repeat that one more time?
Yeah, take your time. A time where you have hit a low, but you were able to come back from it or pull yourself through.
Honestly, I think once like you said, in the shift in my content, around the time when stuff started getting made, that's when stuff was getting like, all right, out of my low. I was getting back in my grind, getting out of my shell, time to get serious again. I had just got out of a relationship. So it kind of like made me get in the booth more.
Okay, Future.
You know what I'm saying? no toxicity though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's cool. Do you feel like music is therapeutic for you?
Yes.
That's lit. So, what are some like moments that you've had where you was like, dang, I'm talented, I'm good at this, or maybe you might have had a doubt with yourself musically, but then something happened to remind you to keep going with your music?
Every day, you know what I mean? When you hear a new rapper, a new artist, when you hear them come up, it's just like, damn, if they can do it, I can do it. That's honestly how I see life. If this person can do it, then I know I can do it. You just got to get on the grind.
Right.
Get to it. So once I start seeing these artists, you know what I mean, I ain't gonna name drop nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? Because music is music.
Yeah.
I might not like that music, but somebody else might. But once I start seeing artists like that, it's like, all right, I do got it. I got it. But it's not really about talent no more in the industry.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, now I see what I'm lacking in this department. Now it's time to get on that grind.
Cool. When you're not making music, working, what do you like to do?
I like to eat. I like to eat a lot.
Favorite food?
Chicken.
Do you have a favorite chicken spot?
Honestly, no, I don't. I don't have a favorite chicken spot, but I can tell you the last place where I ate some chicken.
Where?
Taste This.
Oh, okay. Did you like that chicken? I've never had their chicken.
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
And I had their fish.
I usually get their fish.
It was bomb. That was actually my first time having that.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I like Taste This. Now, you gotta be a little careful. I ain't gonna lie. Some days it be like, you're all sleeping back there.
Yeah.
But when they not sleeping, it's definitely a banger. It's definitely a hit.
Definitely.
Now, for some people who may have never heard your music before, how would you describe your sound to them?
It's unique. It's different. It definitely doesn't sound like the people and the artists from the same area where I'm from. You can get a sense of some R&B type style. You might get a sense of like EDM or pop. I try to switch it up in my genre. So it's not really based on one genre. My primary genre is rap and hip hop. But, you know, I like to play with the music. So you might hear a little of this, a little bit of that. A little razzle dazzle.
Have you been able to perform?
Oh, yeah, I performed.
Really?
A few times.
Wow, how was it? Do you love it?
Yeah, I love performing. I love performing.
Do you feel like when you get on stage, I know some people think it's like an alter ego kind of vibe, but some people are like, no, that's like the authentic version of me. Which one do you think you give off?
I think I give off the authentic version of me.
Okay.
Because I feel like this is your time to shine. Show them you. Who are you? Got you.
Do you feel like you have any fears within your career of music?
I'm not scared to fall. I mean, I'm not scared to fail. So I don't really have too many fears. You know, you can't really be scared. It's a risky business. So it's like you should already know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah, I feel that. All right, just circling back. Is there anything that you feel like may be in a way in the future that may cause you to have fears?
Yes. It's definitely scammers and people who are always going to try to take advantage of you in this type of business. So it's not something I'm scared of. It's just something I know I'm gonna have to be on my P's and Q's about it. I'm worried about it because it's kind of almost inevitable in that kind of business. Everyone always wants to be greedy. So that's something I always have my P's and Q's on.
That's true. Also now, the year is coming to a close. We're out of the pandemic, but we are still seeing the impact of the pandemic. What are some things or a lesson that you've learned this year or from the pandemic?
I learned a lot about the marketing aspect and the business side of the music. Not just the recording and dropping the music side, just the actual how to get the money back and the investment from that. I learned how to make more content, get more active, and I just engage more. Right. So that's one thing that I haven't been doing. That one thing the pandemic has really made me do. Right.
Which one of your songs is your favorite?
That's a good question.
Take a moment.
All right, I got it. It's one of my favorites. I got a couple.
Of course.
So, Reminisce.
Okay.
Reminisce.
And talk about that track.
Reminisce is on Double Lemon Mixtape. That song I actually wrote years ago. It was in the vault. And I decided to record it and put it on the mixtape finally, which dropped in 2019.
Gotcha. And talk about putting that mixtape together. What do you feel like? I feel like when people are putting a project together, there's usually a common theme or underlying kind of message that they want to get across. At that time, what does Double M the Mixtape stand for you?
So Double M the Mixtape was like my first official project. Right. And I felt like it was just a teaser of the different styles that I'm going to get into. Because before that, I was dropping music on SoundCloud. So most of everyone that who is tuned in now didn't really get to hear the old me. So you got a little bit of the old me, a little bit of the new me, and different beats, new sounds and stuff like that. It was definitely different for the people.
Got it. Do you feel like, because another major conversation in music is sometimes the fans want the SoundCloud version all the time. Do you feel like, I guess what I'm asking is, what is your take on it? Like, for example, who started on something? Everyone did. Like SZA. We love SZA's old music. Do we love her new music as much? Some people, yes. Maybe she's gained new fans from her new music. But then she has some old fans that are like, no, we want the OG stuff. What is your thoughts on that?
Well, SZA is under a label. So some of that, I'm sure, has to do with the label and them regulating her, her drops and stuff like that. So she really can't drop what she want to drop and when she want to drop. So as far as me, I can do a little bit of this and that now because I'm an independent artist.
Absolutely.
I don't really have any restrictions on me. So,
do you feel like down the road you would sign to a label?
I can't.
You can't speak on that.
I can't really speak on the future, but if the time comes, we might see.
Very cool.
We might see.
Who are your favorite artists of all time? Like out of any genre, out of any year, era?
I like Kid Cudi a lot.
Okay.
He was one of my go-tos when I was in college and stuff like that. So it really hit me hard when listening to his music. I like Drake as an artist.
Right.
Everyone aspires to be like Drake in the music industry to get how he got. I like YSL.
Okay.
They got different styles,
absolutely,
different genres. I like country. I don't really have a favorite artist, but I like to rock country every now and then. A little something.
That's what's up. Talk about, you mentioned that you listened to Cudi in college, and I feel like I kind of connect with that. I feel like for most people who do go to school at some point, they like that experience just makes you really dive into music even more. Like even if you're not making music, but even just listening to it. Talk about that time period, maybe what you were listening to, maybe any songs that got you through anything or whatever the case may have been during that time.
Childish Gambino and Chance the Rapper. That's when I first heard about both of them. They had the song called Wise Guys, I believe. Like, all you need was him. All you need,
Okay, that plays on my phone sometimes, but I never need an actual name of it. I know what you're talking about.
So around that time, I was listening to that. So you can tell what kind of vibe that is. Just like listening to that. I wasn't on like the aggression.
Right.
You know, in the environment that I was in, it was like different. It was quiet. So the music that I got introduced to, you know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Oh, I love that.
Kid Cudi, he was a different vibe as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I feel like it was kind of the same deal for me. I started listening to Childish Gambino like 6th grade, and then Kid Cudi like the year after that, and it was like, what is this? Like I never heard it, and I like it. So it's nice. It's nice that for people who are from an area like in Baltimore where everything is one track, like everybody do the same thing, listen to the same thing. It's nice that artists can come in and kind of like mix it up.
Right. Get a
Definitely.
little splash to the sound.
Yes. What are some, when you are collabing with other artists, when you working with these engineers and producers, like what are some standard principles that you stick by in your personal life and your business life? Whether that's loyalty or hard work, like what is like you feel like your thing?
As far as when I'm collabing with people?
Yeah.
If we friends, then you know what I mean, they know the basic loyalty rules and bro code, you know, the basic bro code type. If we friends, you should know how to treat a friend. But as far as collabing with other people, if you white, you can't say nigga.
No, for real. That's like
a wait, my fault. I don't
know.
No,
you straight?
Oh, all right. But business, you know what I mean, money, we're going to stick to the money. We're going to have this agreement before we collab. Anything else, that's, you know what I mean, it's just strictly business.
Okay.
No personal, none of that engaged. Unless it, you know, come about, we working on projects, we know each other, then that way I can trust you. Maybe.
Right.
Maybe personal life can.
But you definitely put in the business aspect first. Very cool. Are you finding time for love?
Nah. I ain't gonna say it like to you, nah.
You're the first person that just straight said no.
Nah.
Dang, why?
Because I can't afford money and you know, a woman at the same time right now.
So you like to spend money on your woman?
My fault. I can't afford money for music and
Yes.
women at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, cause the music costs money.
Oh yeah.
So unless I'm getting that same support, it might. You know what I mean? Like a business type.
That's nice. How do your friends and family feel about your music or you doing music?
They're very supportive.
That's nice. That's great.
They're very supportive.
That's great.
So.
Do you feel like they're like definitely some people that you can lean on, like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
What's up. Cool. So, do you have any new music coming up?
I do. I got some new. I just dropped a little preview on my, you know what I'm saying, on my TikTok and on the IG. So a little something. It's Libra season, so Libra stand up.
Oh my goodness, you a Libra.
Libra stand up.
I can't.
I got a lot on my Libra scales.
Libra's just so. It's not even that I don't like y'all. Y'all are such characters. Like y'all always have big personalities. Y'all just funny. Y'all just know how to put on a show. That's why you are a music artist.
See, exactly.
Oh wow. Okay, so you are supposed to be appearing in a Netflix special or movie or what can you tell me?
It's gonna be a Netflix special, Netflix movie called Rustin. It's gonna be based on Bayard Rustin, who was in the LGBT activist, a black activist.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's lit.
Yeah,
That's real lit.
He really inspired MLK to do his I Have a Dream speech. So it'll give you a lot of details on that, give you some background on him.
And that's great because, like me personally, I haven't heard that name before, so it's nice that they are able to educate. You know.
It was my first time hearing him.
Really?
About it too. So.
Wow. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's well deserved. That's amazing.
Thank you. It was definitely an experience.
So have you always auditioned for acting roles, or how did it come about?
It's funny because like growing up as a kid, I think my mom put that in my head that I was gonna be a star. She just knew that I could be famous. Like, oh, you could do this, you could do that. Growing up, I used to look like Lil Bow Wow. I had braids and all that. And it's funny because we both got the same last name.
Oh, y'all did.
So it was like she put it in my head, oh, we're gonna do modeling. Let's go take you to Mondami and do some modeling. I did that, and then I ended up doing like an audition for Disney as a kid.
I did one of them before. Did you have to like go to like the hotel?
Yeah, like it was like at the convention center.
Yeah. Wow, that's so funny. Did you ever make any of your roles? I never did.
I got a call back, but it was too expensive.
Yeah, they used to ask for it.
It was like $1,000, at the time, and I don't think, I wasn't really passionate about that. It was something my parents wanted me to do.
Wow.
But now it's something that now that I'm in it, I want to stay in it, and be consistent with it.
How did the opportunity come about for you?
It was actually sometime in October, I believe 2021. I think I was looking up castings.
Oh, okay.
If I'm not mistaken, and they emailed me.
Wow.
Once they emailed me, it was HBO, We Own the City.
Oh, yes.
So once they emailed me for that, and I've been working with them, and it ended up leading to Rustin. I was networking with other people, got in with them, and it's just been going on since.
That's so cool. I love that. That's amazing. So, do you feel like there are other things you would like to try in addition to acting, music, even like hobby-wise, because you're in the fitness? Do you feel like there's anything like, one day I could try that?
It's a lot that I always want to do.
Okay, tell me about.
It's a lot. Now, what do you mean, like, what I want to do?
Anything
in the world?
Yeah, anything in the world. Mountain climbing, bike, like.
Oh, I want to do some skydiving.
Skydiving, okay.
I want to do that. That's like my number one.
I have no desire to skydive. I don't know why. I'm not scared, but like, that's not on my bucket list.
It wasn't at first on mine. It's like, sometimes I need that adrenaline. Sometimes I need to appreciate my life.
Do you have a bucket list?
No.
Oh, okay.
Not a full bucket. I ain't trying to die.
Well, bucket list don't mean you gotta die. It's just things you want to do. Like, my bucket list is like, I want to surf a crowd, like stuff like that. I don't know.
Well, most of the things on my bucket list has to do with music. Being on the stage, performing like Rolling Loud or something.
Performing at the big shows.
Having a crowd sing my song. That's like a really chills type of feeling. Right.
Has there been any time like you dropped a song and you got a greater response than you expected?
Yeah, when I dropped Discussions, I dropped that in 2021, and that's still doing some numbers right now.
Wow.
I dropped No Speaky English, the music video, years ago, and that
it did better than you expected.
Yes.
That's great. And do you feel like you're the type to celebrate your small wins?
I always celebrate any type of win. I'm proud of what I do.
Right.
So I take pride in my work.
Yeah.
So regardless of how the feedback that I get from it, I'm proud of my work. So it really wouldn't make me feel any kind of way if someone didn't like it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's always gonna be somebody that don't like it.
Exactly.
Everything not for everybody. That's cool. Any shout outs, last minute remarks?
Man, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy Double M. I want to give a shout out to everybody on my team. Man, Levi, Iceberg, you already know what time it is. Freshman Jeff, Z Bundy. We got Slick Will in the bill. Kamikaze Kaz. We got DJ Cruz. Who we got? Man, Ratchet Boy Stacking. FSONS, you already know what time it is. We the best, nothing less. Yeah, that's for real. That's everybody.
I love that. We got one who wants in a place to be. Thank you so much.
For sure.
This is like definitely a lovely interview.
Thank you. I enjoyed my time. Oh, shout out Brother the one. Shout out, man. You already know what time it is.
All right. And it's a wrap.
Bucks.
That was so lit.